go our forward march. What's the color? Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout Law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Scout Law. Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2. You guys can be seated.
Thank you, Nick. Welcome, everyone, to the Eagle Court of Honor for Xavier Phillips. It's a real pleasure and an honor to see all of you here. This may be the first in-person scouting activity we've done as a troop since the pandemic started. So it's a real treat to see everybody, to see all the scouts looking so sharp, and to be here to honor Xavier for his accomplishments in scouting. So I'd like to start by asking our former Scoutmaster, Mr. David Bernard, to please come forward and read this poem.
This is one of my favorite Scout poems, and really is very unique to this category because it's all about mothers and their boys advancing. It's called The Boy Scout's Mother Asked. "Where has my little baby gone?" the Cub Scout's mother asked. "He went by here a while ago. Did you not see him pass? He'd gone to be a tiger cub, and then a wolf was he. He learned to carve the pine wood car and sing the songs of glee. And after that he was a bear, and then a Weeblo Scout. He learned the Boy Scout oath and law, and fun in full amount. Crossed over to be a Boy Scout, and shone with great kindness meant his best is what he'd have to be, wherever he went. Where has my baby gone?" the boy's mother asked. "He went by here a while ago. Did you not see him pass? To hike the trails and pitch a tent, to swim the lakes and streams, to kindle a fire under the stars. There were his everyday dreams. Down the long trail to Eagle, he smilingly went his way. The many adventures that he had shaped the man we see today. Learned to be a citizen, a helpful hand to lend. He learned with what cheerful service meant and how to be friends. Where has my baby boy gone?" the Boy Scout mothers asked. "He went to be a Boy Scout and grew to be a man."
All right, so I would now like to ask our newest Eagle Scout, Xavier Phillips, to please come forward. You're going to be standing here for a while, so we want to use that. There are many steps to Eagle, and for those new scouts and for those parents and friends who are in attendance, and as a reminder to you, Xavier, as to how far you've come, I want you to think about and remember what it was like for you as you went along the trail to Eagle and the experiences you've had in scouting as you passed each rank on the way to Eagle. I'm going to be asking different scouts from the troop to come forward and read about that rank and light the candle. So, Ian Seller, if you could start with the scout rank. Yeah.
I am the Scout. My badge represents the International Brotherhood of Scouting, which I have joined.
And Jack Wagner, you could come forward.
am the tenderfoot. My 3 points stand for the 3 points of the scout oath: duty to God, duty to other people, and duty to yourself. On the face are 2 stars, representing truth and knowledge. The shield is an emblem of a nation molded together in justice, and an eagle guards the freedom of my land.
Carl Piper.
I am the second class. The ends of my scroll are turned up in the willing smile of a scout. On my face is the motto, be prepared, and suspended from me is the knot, tied to remind you of the slogan of the Boy Scouts of America, do a good turn daily.
Avi Eisenberg.
I am the first class. I was a tenderfoot and laid my course by the stars of truth and knowledge, and girded myself with the righteousness of justice and freedom. I added a smile that I might be a friend to all, and bound myself together with a knot of duty to others.
Katie Peterson.
I am the star. Now that I can stand alone, I have the right to improve on my own. To me goes the honor of choosing my field. Before me lies a horizon of endless opportunities.
Paul Hammerstrom.
I am the light. I have shown the whole world that scouting is in my heart. I have mastered the knowledge of subjects that will benefit my country and my fellow man. I am ready to reach for my wings to fly.
Philip Woodings.
I am the eagle. Since the beginning of time, man has used me and my brothers as a symbol of royalty, power, victory, and valor. My strength and courage have inspired men throughout the ages. I am the eagle. I am prepared to stand for the virtues of freedom, strength, and pride. I am the eagle. I am prepared to serve my God, my country, and my fellow man. I am the eagle. I am prepared to stand for honesty, truth, and integrity. I am the eagle. I am prepared to lead others and to accomplish set tasks to the best of my ability. I am the eagle. I am prepared to cross all lines of race, creed, and nationality. I am the eagle. I am prepared to be self-reliant and resourceful. I am the eagle. I am prepared.
In addition, Xavier, to these many accomplishments that you completed during your path to Eagle, you also served as the senior patrol leader for the troop, among other leadership positions that you had in the troop, and you're a member of the Order of the Arrow. I would like to ask Mr. Mark Purcell to please come forward.
I
many of you know me. I serve as the unit commissioner for the troop, but I'm also the chapter advisor for the Order of the Arrow, of which Mr. Phillips here became a member of last year. And unfortunately, he hasn't had a lot of opportunity to participate in many things, but Eagle rank is something, in a sense, it's a demonstration of your own abilities. It's, in a sense, the highest achievement that you can show as a scout. Now that you've achieved this rank, it's time to return it. The Order of the Arrow is Boy Scouts Honor Society. It's dedicated to cheerful service. And one of the things, hopefully you know, is that you get to remain a youth member and very active until the age of 21. And so hopefully, even though you attend North Carolina A&T next year, you'll find an opportunity. This is your chance now that you have the troop and all the adults here supporting you and your Eagle. Now's your chance to give back to your community. And I hope you'll find something down there. They might have the Scouting Honor Society down there, Alpha Phi Omega, which is dedicated to service. I believe they have I know they have an OA lodge down there, and it would be a great chance for you to give back to the community. But in honor of your Eagle, I have a letter here signed by the 2021 National Chief and the 2021 National Vice Chief, congratulating you, Mr. Phillips, on your achievement as an Eagle Scout. Thank you.
I would now like to ask our Assistant Scoutmaster, Mr. Colin Seller, to come forward and provide you with the Eagle Scout Challenge.
The Eagle Scout Challenge. The foremost responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. To an Eagle Scout, honor is the foundation of all character. He knows that the often spoken slogan, "A Scout is trustworthy," is the very first point of the Scout Law, for good reason. Living honorably reflects credit on his home, his troop, and his community. A second obligation of an Eagle Scout is loyalty. A Scout is true to his family, Scout leaders, friends, school, and nation. His loyalty to his troop and brother Scouts makes him pitch in and carry his share of the load. All of these help to build the loyalty that means devotion to community, to country, to one's own ideals. A third responsibility of an Eagle Scout is service. The Eagle Scout extends a helping hand to those who still toil up Scouting's trail, just as others helped him in his climb to Eagle. The performance of the daily good turn takes on a new meaning when you enter a more adult life of continuing service to others. You deserve much credit for having achieved Scouting's highest award, but wear your award with humility, ever mindful that the Eagle Scout is looked up to as an example. May the Scout Oath and the Scout Law be your guide for tomorrow, for from this day forward, you will always be an Eagle Scout.
Now, Xavier, I have the honor of giving you the Eagle Scout charge on the occasion of your elevation to this highest award in Scouting. And this position is one of both honor and responsibility. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed a solemn obligation to all of humankind to uphold the Scout Oath and Law. It's a great undertaking, and as you live up to that obligation, you will bring honor to yourself and to all your fellow Scouts. I'd like all the Eagle Scouts in the audience to please stand and rededicate themselves by repeating the Eagle Scout promise with our newest Eagle Scout. I will now ask you all to make the Scout sign and repeat after me. I realize my obligation.
I realize my obligation.
To my fellow men, my home,
my home,
my country, and my God.
my country, and my God.
I will at all times do my best.
I will at all times do my best.
To assist others.
To assist others.
To live with honor, loyalty.
To live with honor, loyalty.
Courage and service.
Courage and service.
And to be a living example.
And to be a living example
of the Scout Oath and Law
of the Scout Oath and Law
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my abilities.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
To this I pledge my sacred honor.
Two. You may be seated. Except for you. So, congratulations, Xavier, on becoming an Eagle Scout. You now join a long and honorable list of Eagle Scouts in Troop 33. Troop 33 is, for those of you who don't know, a 101-year-old troop, and it's been chartered out of this church the entire time. There are very few troops in the country that have been with a single chartering organization for that long. And one of the traditions that we have in Troop 33 is to read the names of all of the scouts who have achieved the Eagle rank throughout that 101-year history. And that reading will conclude with your name, Xavier, which will now be read in all future Eagle Courts of Honor in Troop 33. So I'd like to start with the 1920s. So for those of you who are going to be reading the names of the Eagles, you don't need to come up here, just stand where you are. You can leave your mask on and read the names of those scouts. We'll go decade by decade.
1920s. H. Edward Seidel Jr., Ralph Schur, Robert Weigel, James Parker Jr., Albert Harnett, Russell Lampson, Robert Kaufman, Alan Hooker, Charles Hooker, James Duncan, Melville Frazier, Peter Remsen, Kenneth Ulmer.
The 1930s, Walter Glockler, J. William McNary, William Sherwood Jr., Waldo Schmidt, Louis Flagg, Harold Mormon, H. Eldridge Allenson, John Giel, George Overton Gephardt, John McNary, Wilbur Steiner, R.W. Painthrow, Robert Cotton, George D. Allen, Wallace McGanthon, Jack Painthrow, Guy H. Goodman Jr., John M. Remsen, Acorns William Thompson, Warren Steiner, Gilbert P. Holt, Walter George Mitchell Jr., Wallace L. Ashby, David McGanthon, Paul R. Maddox, Evan Fisher, Harry Fisher, George W. Gibble, Robert Magnus, Arthur Harrison.
1940s, Douglas G. Brace, Ernest Harmon, John Hollowell, Henry Hank Harmon, Paul Joseph Otterbach, Eldon Volkamer, Donald Griffin, Fred Phillips, William Hulbert, Malcolm Ross, Donald Delasky, Niels Franzen, Ronald Spangenberg, Alvin Franzen, Milton Chase, James T. Brown.
1950s. Carl Franzen, Richie Spencer, Roger Knoll, Robert H. Yarnell, Frank Yarnell, Gary E. Knoll, Peter Cottersall.
1960s. John Cobbleson, Carl Truman III, Gary Colganis, G. Walter Dyer, Russell N. McNair, James M. Krumke, Walter A. Powers, Mark Colganin.
The 1970s, Gregory Smith, David Grabe, Timothy H. Gray, James Brannon, Scott Fries, Carl Gordon, Greg Fries, Christopher Phillips, Timothy McGee, David McGee.
1980s, Alan Stern, Jesse McGee, Lim Satterfield, Thomas Zakerlis, I'm just going to mispronounce that, Chat Ewing, Chris Holland, Brian Thompson, Michael Edwards, Scott Patty, and Kristen Boswell.
1990s, Ian Anderson, Cole Giordano, Clinton Sidwell, Todd Argo, Kevin Patty, Damian Ossie, Michael Musenden, Christopher Newman, Mark Larson, Patrick Wiggins, Alexander Isley, Paige Weil, Alexander Musto, and Albert Type Nunez.
The 2000s. This is very special to me because all these next boys I was directly involved with. They're 2000s. Graham Bannerman, James Voorhees, Daniel Munson, Peter Musto, Zachary Poland, Jimmy Lowe, Ben Cowsley, Lewis Weil, Thomas Voorhees, Jonah Gold, Nicholas Lowe, Russell King, Robert Lenard, Eric Edwards, Yusuf Mohammed, Peter Myers, Robert Dreyer, Stephen Elefante, Alex Denton, Alex Groff. In the 2010s, Lucas Peterson, Jacob Miller, Jeremy Cowsley, Emmett Cummings, Michael Gelfield, Jacob Harris, Aaron Richards, Benjamin Abor, Enoch Davis, Robin Alexander Rice, Ryan Miller, Jack Hayden, Nicholas Hall, Emmanuel Russo, Michael Tidwell, Benjamin Rochelle, Samuel Alston, Robert Grindenhoff, James Hall, Sebastian Goldberg, Nate Blower, Nicholas Finster Mills, Avery Todd, Jeremy Gaggin, Matthew Goff, Riley Capionino Chase, Willis Moran, Lucas Neiman, Gio Cinnamon, Graham Gasly, Massimo Cardello, Abner Russo, Stalin Rosario, Jonathan Anderson. In the 220s, Max Neiman, Philip Woodings, Conrad Boone, and number 166 today, Xavier Phillips. I gladly have your names.
Not done with you yet, Xavier. We know this represents a lot of your hard work and your dedication and your commitment, but it also represents the hard work and commitment of the people around you who've supported you, and we want to recognize them as well. So more than anyone else, I would really like to ask your mom to come forward. And we'll start with here. So this is the eagle pin for your mom. And you can give it to her or pin it on the recognition ribbon. And it acknowledges all that she has done to support you and help you get to this point. And we have a pin here also for your dad, who we know couldn't be here today. And you can give that to him and you see him next. We also have grandparent pins. They're an important part of your life and getting to this point. So we would like to ask them to come forward so you can present them with their And then you also have two mentor pins to present to adults who mentored you and helped you along the way. So you can ask them to come forward.
Okay. So I would like to ask my aunt Simi to come up. Yeah, my dad Simi. I
I really just chose this because I felt like they could always help me help me with stuff when I needed to. I just felt like they're always there for me. And so that's why I feel like they're the best people who deserve me.
All right, we still have more. So we'd like to start with the Eagle neckerchief, and this is something that you can wear at any time, any troop activity, and replaces your troop neckerchief. And then finally, your Eagle medal, which is
Bronze palm.
with the bronze palm. So as rare as the eagle is, the eagle palms are even rarer, and only a small number of scouts who make it to eagle go on to earn bronze palms for their continued service and work in scouting. So it's a big honor to have the bronze palm in addition to the eagle. So I'd like to ask Mr. Lenar to come forward and present you with some gifts from the troop.
Well, this is a new addition to award scouts. This is an eagle coin that you'll be able to pass on to other scouts. They usually come with some kind of history to them. This is a new coin, so you can build the history onto it. Also, the troop would like to present to you the official Boy Scout knife, which is engraved on the blade with your name, the date of your rank 423, 2001, 2021, and troop 33. So use this. And I think your mother, always one of you know it's true in your family. Boy Scouts of America, proud to present you with the rank of Eagle Scout. You have a card here, which is the official card for being an Eagle Scout. Keep that in your wallet and present that at Scout meetings. And other things that you might want to have in your history book. Here's all your blue cards. Probably keep this while the work I put into it. This is actually your Eagle Scout rank application, signed by all the people that had to work on it to get you through it. And you can show this and keep rank kids. All right.
All right, Xavier, now it's your turn. You've listened to us and given us an opportunity to honor and recognize you. Are there any remarks you'd like to make?
I mean, all I really have to say is that I never thought I would be in this place. Honestly, hearing the statistic that 8% of scouts, only 8% of scouts make it to Eagle, that was kind of scary for me. It's like, oh, it's a nice thing to achieve for it, but I don't think I'll make it there. But here I am. I never thought I would be here.
Well, before I let you go, I just wanted to say to you that I never had any doubt that you were going to get to this point, because you're someone who's always impressed me with your drive, your motivation, and your quiet determination. And when you put your mind to something, you make it happen. And the story that stands out in my mind the most is the backpacking trip we did for the hiking merit badge. So I know all of those blue cards have a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that go along with them. But I think maybe the hiking merit badge has the most associated with it. We went in December. We went to Nisho State Park, and because of the requirements of the hiking merit badge, we had to hike 10 miles in, spend the night, and then hike 10 miles out. It was, I think, like 35 degrees and raining pretty much the whole time. It was very cold. Every scout I've talked to who went on that trip agrees it was one of the most miserable they've had in their lives. And it was tough. So most of the scouts had no school on Monday, but you had to go to school on Monday on top of everything else. And you never complained. You just stuck with it and stayed on that 10 miles both ways. And I remember I emailed your mom afterwards and said, well, Xavier did an amazing job. I was impressed with how well he hung in there, given how challenging it was. And your mom said, oh, well, yeah, he had a cold. He didn't want to go. I had no idea you were sick on top of everything else. I mean, it was crazy. And it just speaks to your dedication and your determination. And that story, to me, just says everything about you and who you are. And I really admire you, and I wish you all the best. Thank you. All right, I'd like to ask our senior patrol leader to come back up here with the color guard and retire the colors. And then afterwards, the family invites everybody to refreshments in the room next door.
Woo-wah. Color guard attention. Troop attention. Color guards retrieve the colors and retreat guard. Troop dismissed. Color guard dismissed.
The most important part.
And now,
the great master of all. Yes, we meet again. Hold it.
Yeah, good job.
Wait, was I stuck to the platform?
Yeah.
I don't know, I was looking at